Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're coming from. Welcome back to Dan's Trades. As always, you see the risk disclaimer. We're actually watching the recording of the video I did earlier. I want to do my own little trade review here. I'm very happy that I got this recorded. It's probably my best trade I've done to date, like this kind of precision. And looking back at it, I can talk through. So it was coming after lunch, and we're playing, right? Yep. 1 minute chart, I'm waiting for the macro here, 147. So we got a couple minutes till we're going to enter when price retracts. So I was watching this one, saw this fair value gap. Looking at this is basically second stage distribution accumulation, whichever way. Again, I'm not here to, I'll say it the wrong way if I worry about it, but it's the end of the market maker buy model, buy side of the curve, right? Is my goal. So it's better than, to me it was easier. I see now that I've lived through it, is that I prefer it as well. I can see why people like this. Is it's quick and there's no drawdown. I think I was 10 ticks, we'll see here. But all limit orders set, waiting, and the morning session I didn't trade at all because I was listening to the live stream. So I was only in my demo account. So I switched over after doing my volatility pinball. Didn't even care, didn't even really notice how far price was moving. I was just focused on the structure. And it wasn't until we were done with that session I was like, holy, that was quite the drop. I didn't even realize it at the time since I wasn't, I didn't care. I was purely looking at the framework, so that kind of clicked something in me. And I went and made some food, had lunch, didn't even look at the charts, came back and sat down and looked at this at probably 1:45. I got a timer set when the PM session starts, so my phone tells me to come back and take a look. So I threw on some limit orders, never even moved them, putting the stop right underneath the low of the fair value gap. Entry right there. So immediate response. Target is the lunch session highs. We had just swept SSL here, sell side liquidity, market structure shift right here. Then we got relative equal highs right here. I'm going to take off a partial there. I'm also going to take off a partial. You'll see I'm adjusting a couple here. So I'm in at 19,920 basically. So I figured 1940 would be my normal 20 points. I want to take some skin in the game, take some off the table. So my minimum scalp is the 20 points. So I'm going to put a trade there, or an order there to get out. Then the other one I'm going to target is, you'll see I'll adjust to the higher relative equal highs, which is roughly another 20 points. And then terminus for this trade setup is just below 20,000. Fully expecting it to go take that. So I'm not, microphone's actually on. I don't know if you can hear anything or not. Probably just me clicking. So never even dropped down to a 15-second chart here. Just got some tunes playing in the background. You can probably maybe faintly hear. I don't know if you can hear it through the recording or not. I'm looking at ES on my other chart. This is one of the 4 quads in my setup. And this is even broke up from the other ones. Not that you need all that, but I can do it, so I take it to my advantage, or I take advantage of it. Just into the 2 minutes into the macro. Volume and balance right there. So we could come back to that, but that's definitely bullish in nature. Then it comes back and touches it once, twice, 3 times. So it has traded there a couple times. So that's at this ultra low time frame, that'd be a body, 5 second, 1 second. I'm on the minute chart. I never did drop below a minute in this entire trade. Had some nice eggs for lunch. And I found, if you haven't used Kinder's, the blend, SPG, highly recommended. There's our first partial. Modify the stop to 2. And then put it into break even, somewhere where it makes sense. We got 2 wick CEs right here. We got a volume imbalance, so there's a minimum of 3 PD arrays right there, so if that breaks, I want to be out. And I'm just protecting profits and adjusting my limit orders. That's the only thing that I don't like about switching to the brokers that I mentioned, so you have to be on top of that. I do have to manage that, obviously. It's not as easy as it is in the paper accounts, and that is broker specific, and this is through TradeStation. If there's an easier way, if someone knows a button that I can fix that to make it like the paper account, I'm all ears, but I don't know if that's possible. There's basically watching CE right there. Nice response. Again, we got another volume imbalance, so 2 volume imbalances in a row. This is a pretty large body inside of it, so those we won't wrap together, but that's a good sign. And it is painting over at one time, so they can use that for targets later sometime, potentially. So right after the partial taken there, just going to sit and watch it. We're still in the middle, first half of the macro, even first quarter still, 154. I'd like to make it another higher high there, get ready to break that. I'd like to see speed here. I think I start talking a little bit once I realize I actually do have the microphone on. So I'll probably stop at that point. Constant encroachment of that wick. I'm basically practicing my breathing right now. Higher high since I've entered. There we go. Get some legs. I think I say that later. All right, let's see. Get above this high. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm recording. Yeah, it looks like I am. There we go. That's nice. I'd like to see it push right through there, smash right through these equal highs. Targeting these equal highs with the launch highs being the terminus. Kink, thank you. And we're down to 1 contract. See, then it goes back to
debating on setting it right here for this order block. Where did we get in? 919? 996? It might want to go all the way back to 20,000. So let's just leave it there and see what happens.
Obviously, I'll interject. Got some equal highs right there. 2 more right here. All great partial possibilities. Since this was second stage, I didn't get a chance to pyramid at all. At least I didn't.
Is he going to do it before the top of the hour? Let's find out. That's a nice run. We're going to trail that up here.
I think I've heard this called running down liquidity, if I remember right.
Get some legs. Here comes the order block. Let's see if it just smashes right through it. I'm just going to jump that right to there. Just tapped it and smash it. Hulk smash. We're preparing aggressive Hulk smash, 18 seconds. Hulk smash. Bam. Bam. And that's all she wrote for me for today. One trade live. Thank you, Mr. Market. All right, well, nice 75 handle run. Almost 80. So we'll get rid of this guy. And here is the trade with a little bit of lipstick on. So what I came after watching, having my amazing eggs with Kinder's SPG, they call it the blend again. Send me some free SPG, Kinder's, I'd love it. There's your free plug. Over lunch. Lunch is going to come after some of the massive drop. So this was the morning, doing the volatility pinball on the live stream, watching ICT. Went and made some food. Came back for the PM session. Said, what do we got cooking? Saw lunch was here. Smaller time frame. People can say it's a requirement. Everyone's their own trader. I don't even use SMT for confirmation. I do like to watch it for correlations after the fact, but I don't personally use it for my entry model. I'm not requiring that yet, at least, of myself. So I saw this happen, played this out. I was probably closer to 140, so I wasn't even at the computer. Saw the run up, took a bigger picture. I said, all right, we're probably going to run for at least the lunch highs, if not higher. So I set the orders, as you saw. And I took this when I was talking 20 points. So here's the buy side liquidity. Here's another one. I was talking for multiple. All these are good sources for taking partials, even from 1 minute chart. Taking out the lunch that I see, so I can, after the fact, NWAL could have been another great target, and the plethora of PD arrays up there as well. So that's the only thing for my own video journaling that I can do is, I'm still plenty happy with that. We got, apparently I can't click and drag anymore. $490, 120. No, that would have been from the first play, yeah. I was in at just 82. So 80 handles to the terminus. A little bit less. I think it said 309 ticks, if I remember right. But there's the orders. Right on the top of the fair value gap, 919.5. First partial, 20 points. Second partial, buy side liquidity. Terminus, right on the line. NWAG great option, and the other great option. So that's what happened. Where are we at now? I'm curious. Marked in the undogs. Looks like Asia's consolidated in the middle. I have not trading Asia yet, although that's And our first presentation, fair value gaps, interestingly up there. So we'll see if those are fun later in the week or not, or be curious to see what happens with NFP this week. All right, we'll probably cut her short there. I appreciate everybody coming out. And remember, tomorrow's promise for none of us. Live for today. Take care.